AMH orthodoxiem neviem como Santa Claus?
Yeah, but he was on the pumping. They're just pumping stations for irrigation.
All of you, especially for the ladies with the sunshine in their eyes. It's summer in the Netherlands, perhaps the last week with real summer weather. The summer in the Netherlands was starting in July, first week of July, and all the months before was it 3 days nice weather and the rest of the week was awful. Well, the summer was starting in July. Since that time we have 25 degrees or sometimes 30 degrees, days without wind, days with a lot of wind. And yesterday I spent dinner in the garden, you know, the garden was beautiful. And I'm eating mussels. You have eaten mussels, you like mussels? Yeah? Mussels with white wine, different herbs, green, Pinot Blanc. Splendid, splendid. Now, welcome to the Windmill called the Cat. I'm Pete, professional miller. And well, I explore this windmill with the rest of my family. So if you see nice people here, or my children, or sometimes my wife. And the mill is belonged by a private organization, exists in 1925 to save the last walking windmills in this region. You know, windmills in the old days, they be commercial active fabrics. But we figured out steam, we figured out other forms of energy. We lost all our windmills. We built in the whole Netherlands 10,000 mills, there be 1,200 left. In this region, we built 1,000 mills. From 1650 to 1850, still producing 600 industrial windmills. We making more than 32 different products. Ask the people, what you can make in a windmill? You pump in water, you grind flour. What else more? Well, right here, the last walking paint or dye mill. For the grinding of limestone. For the grinding of pigments, for art supply. Think about Rembrandt, Vermeer, Van Gogh, Caravaggio, naturally earth colors from France, from Italy, from Cyprus. Create with cold pressed linseed oil with a hand grinder. Paint for during centuries. So we are the only producer in the Netherlands about this kind of stuff. So we're milling earth colors right over there in the room, dust free, for making oil paint, for making watercolor with gum arabic, for making pastels, for making eco tempera paint with yogurt egg. Pigments 80 kilogram, about 3 hours. Champagne shark from the region of Champagne. It takes 45 minutes for making pastels for drawing, to prepare linen for oil paintings, 20,000 kilo for the local industry, 6,000 kilo for the lines on soccer fields. Then some people, they tasting it. They tasting it because they see a white stuff in a windmill. And white in a windmill, it's always whole wheat flour. But ladies and gentlemen, intelligent people like you, they know the grinding of flour shall always happen with flat stones, never by this rolling stone. 200 years old. Granite from the French Belgium Ardennes, 3,000 kilo each. Today a perfect day for rowing on the water, for a bicycle, not for the windmill. I prefer 30 miles an hour, at least more. And more than 35 miles an hour, we can connect both coupled grinding styles on the main shaft. And that's me, ladies and gentlemen, that's me. 10,000 kilo granite, powered by the cleanest energy of the world. And I catch this kind of energy with my wing arms of 21 meters, today full covered with sails. And I can reef this kind of sail. I can control the speed of the windmill. So talking like milling, it's a little bit talking like sailing. Perhaps if you be a sailor, you be a good miller. Well, of course, if you do something on your wing arms, it's better for your health condition when you stop your windmill. Every windmill has a main brake. And the main brake, ladies and gentlemen, is right here, in the top, the engine room. The brake is made out of willow. It's the same as my wooden shoes. You can made out of willow. 40 centimeter, 15 thick, 6 meter large. I handle the brake outside of the platform, right here with the long tiny rope. You slow it down, 35 miles an hour. Stay 15 to 20 seconds. Slow it down. The noise is a norm, the power is a norm, and the heat is a norm. If you be there, you smell it for a while, burning wood. Well, the position of the cross, always centered to the wind. Well, the wind in the Netherlands is blowing from any direction. We follow the wind with the top section. The whole top can be moved 360 degrees. So outside on the platform, a wooden tail construction, ended by a big wheel. It's a kind of treadmill. And I can jump in this wheel and on my own weight and a lot of grease, sometimes with the help of my son. We move the top of 15 ton to any kind of wind direction, 360 degrees. Limestone, pigments and tropical dyewood. You know, women stay spinning and weaving find in this windmill a paradise. Because the start of the paint industry in 1600 with 23 tropical wood dye mills. Blue or lockwood out of Mexico for dark blue till black, especially for dyeing silk. Pernambuco tree out of Brazil. You know Brazil? Caipirinha, you say you never heard about this? It's the most exciting cocktail of the world. Give your wife a caipirinha. What's happened later, I told you later.
Oh.
Well, this kind of wood, we grinding it in windmills, thousands and thousands of trees, especially for the textile industry. Women are spinning and weaving, find in this windmill indigo. Scraped insect from a cactus, the famous cochineal founded by Spanish warriors in 1522 for really fire department bread. Before, in Europe, was this stuff not existing. Dyewood choppery, right over there, the hammer that we 400 kilo. So we're pounding this kind of wood in 2 days until chips, and we're loading the chips in the room, and then we're grinding it dust free. In the same room we are producing pigments for art supply. The last walking paint of Diamond, still producing on private and commercial base. The secret of the paint of Rembrandt. Materials for dyeing your own stuff. Limestone for making pastels for drawing. It's all here, made in this windmill. You can visit this windmill over 3 levels. All of you climb up over 3 levels. Well, if you climb up and you be on the first level, you shall see the big wheels made by our mill carpenter. You got home carpeting and you got mill carpeting. Mill carpeting means an engineer in wood. We got 2 companies in the region. In the old days, 50 companies. Some of them working with 50 till 60 people. The teeth of this kind of wheels to be made from Spanish oak lubricate once a year with melting beeswax. And you climb higher because you'll be a hero. You arrive on the 2nd level, the clutch of the grinding stone. That's connecting by the help of a sliding system. Ja, die steen die eruit gelopen. Dat heb je al gezien zeker, in de buitenkant. Hij is 2 keer los geweest. En hij is voor de 3e keer weer uitgelopen. 7 centimeter opgesneden. Dat loopt nog in het raam aan. En die vertelt, als je die zomaar maak het nou weer goed. Nou is er nou schilderen van andere mannen.
Ja.
So the clutch is on the 2nd level. You climb higher, and if you arrive on the 3rd and the highest level, you'll be under the top. You cannot in the top, you can look in the top. And the window on the east side, the view over the landscape, is a wonderful view. I like this view. I like the landscape. I'm born in this region here. And of course I'm going on vacation, perhaps to your country, perhaps. I'd be glad when I'm going on vacation. I'd be glad when I'd be big home. I see the landscape, I smell my atmosphere in the windmill, and I'm sitting in my garden with fresh mussels with white wine and green. The platform, tail construction for turning the top, the other windmills, sawmill right over there, oil mill over there, on the corner the flour mill, spice mill at the front, even a paper mill in this region. If you climb up, you're coming face to stair. If you're coming down in health condition, even face to stair. And if you don't climb up, possible, the way out is behind. Ladies and gentlemen, discover this wonderful building from 1781. By the way, I am from 1950. Thank you very much. Have a nice visit.
Thank you.
You've done this before, obviously.
What's your thing on the stage? Oh, yeah.